Jesse Limon, Marcus Amilajat. Welcome back to Net Lease TV. Looking sharp, looking good, buddy. How you been? I'm glad you're back on Net Lease TV.
Good to see you. Doing good.
All right. I got my Starbucks coffee.
Amazing.
Look at this. I'll show you that. We love Starbucks. We want to finance Starbucks and list Starbucks. If you have a Starbucks, talk to me and Jesse and we'll list it. Right, Jesse? We love Starbucks.
Yes, sir.
All right. So today we're talking a little bit about a Walgreens deal. It's a beautiful Walgreens and it's amazingly priced. We're co-broking that with Jesse through our strategic alliance with Marcus and Millichap. And this specific Walgreens is located at 1741 Washington Road in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, Jesse, why don't we talk a little bit about the terms, the asking price, the NOI, is it triple net? And I'll let you take over if you don't mind.
Sure. Thanks for having me on the show. And thank you for the opportunity to work on the Walgreens here with your clients and get this out to market. We're getting some good activity. And to answer your question, the NOI on this Walgreens is $528,000, just under $530. They do have a clause where the rent drops to about $520 when the 5.2 years remaining on the base lease ends. It'll reduce down. There were some costs involved in putting this deal together. It's tremendous real estate. It's probably the top 2 traffic corner in Pittsburgh, so it's extremely well known. There's about 50,000 cars per day at this corner. So the store is a pretty prototypical Walgreens store, 14,820 square feet, very prime, 1.29 acre site. As I said, there's about 5.2 years remaining on the base lease, which puts us at an expiration of 11/30/2030.
Okay.
There are no increases. Walgreens has 50 years in options, and that's going to be a flat rent rate. Their sales here are fairly decent. They're in like the mid 2 million reported. We're priced at a 9 cap, which is $5,874,000.
Okay.
And $33.
And $33. Got to throw that $33 in there.
It's important to make sure you get the entire price into the pitch.
All right.
So, this real estate's really great. I mean, you've got some medical tenants directly adjacent to you. Behind you, there's a major shopping center. Some of the major tenants around you include Macy's, Target, Dick's Sporting Goods, Victoria's Secret. There's a Whole Foods just down the street. You've got Men's Warehouse, Barnes & Noble, Bonefish Grill, BJ's, Red Robin, Bank of America, PNC Bank, Petco. The list goes on. McDonald's.
I think you have a Home Depot right to the left of it. Like if I'm facing it, there's a Home Depot right there.
Yeah, it's just chock full of tenants. Great real estate. Like to the extent that this site, is known. People are calling about it, just like, that want to put a business in this location. They would love to buy this to put a business in, but the fact that Walgreens is controlling the site, it's for 55 years. It's a little bit. There's some buyers that are like, just turned off by that. And there's other buyers who are like, hey, look, I'll collect the yield, and maybe eventually I could put our store there for whatever that business is. But you're located in an affluent community. You've got average household income about 146,000 in a 1 mile.
That's high.
In a 1 mile. Yeah, we're about 15 miles from the airport.
I noticed just kind of analyzing this thing. There's a Whole Foods that's right there, and normally Whole Foods doesn't go into an area like they're going into high-end areas. Like here in San Diego, they're in Del Mar. There's one in Irvine. There's one in Beverly Hills. So that
Right.
tells me a lot about the location. If you've got a Whole Foods right there, that must be a pretty high end area. That's
Yeah, it is.
for Boardwalk and
Bethel Park is.
Boardwalk location.
Yeah, I mean it's the Bethel Park neighborhood. It's higher average household income area. You've got Trader Joe's, within a mile of the site. Tons of just everybody that you want to shop at, eat, all the restaurants you want to eat at, they're right there in this particular corridor. We're flanked by malls. Like you said, there's a Home Depot on one side of us. There's a mall behind us. There's shopping centers all around. And then that pocket of retail is surrounded by residential. And you have an interstate that runs through. So it's just really got great real estate intrinsics. It's one of those sites that I think, regardless of tenant, location drives all.
What do you think? You think we prefer all cash buyer, right? That would be a nice thing to get an all cash buyer on it, like a quick closing if it's possible.
The seller's in a position where they need to move quickly, and so a cash or just somebody who's capable of delivering a no nonsense streamlined closing is going to be preferential.
So we get a no nonsense all cash buyer is the way to go.
We're looking for somebody who knows that location, or who because you really don't want to bring a newbie into the deal and get them to make them move fast and try to get their arms around the market rent and all these other components.
So we're gonna put this on our website so they can submit a LOI right off our website, Jesse, that we would send you, or you can call Jesse directly. It's also on Jesse's site, and you can submit an LOI. And what else? What do you think is like the right kind of buyer? You kind of mentioned it. Somebody that is familiar with the area. What do you think? Buyer profile would be good for this deal?
I mean, I really think somebody who's comfortable with Walgreens business and the current and the situation that is in, teamed with someone who understands the real estate and that particular general type of area. So we're looking for, and possibly owns in the market already. So, so I think, but
let me
owning and buying a Walgreens is trickier and trickier because of like so many of them have a baked in rent that's sometimes 2x of the market, sometimes higher than that. This one, there's no doubt that the rent is high. It's just, it's a market that is going to demand a higher rent, relatively speaking.
Right.
But
I mean, if we did do some kind of financing, I think it would have to be 50% loan to value or less. Just real conservative, and the sponsorship needs to be really strong, high net worth, high adjustable growth income, good credit quality, FICO, a lot of liquidity. And we'd probably do like a 520, 525, or a 530, probably like 590, 6 5/8. But it would have to be a very conservative structure with that 5 years remaining. And that's why I think the seller prefers an all cash buyer on this one. Hey, what other kind of listings are you looking for right now? I know that you're always looking for listing. What occupied tenants are you looking for?
Really like Hobby Lobby, Boot Barn, TJ Maxx, working on some Starbucks deals. Actually have a Starbucks deal that the Starbucks went out on, but the real estate's really strong. So we're working on this deal where there's a dark Starbucks lease and some upside. That could be a pretty high cap rate deal for someone. Working on these drugstore deals I've been selling for 15 years now, and going to keep helping owners with their drugstore buy and sell needs. So we're looking at that. The team is selling some grocery stores. We're working on some Schnucks deals. We like the net lease grocery store, single and shopping center assets as well. But yeah, I mean,
Jesse, what do you think of Dutch Bros? Like, I know you showed me that Chipotle. You want more Chipotles, Chick-fil-A.
Chipotle,
Dutch Bros is kind of an up and
Panera.
comer, right?
I love Dutch Bros. I've been trying to, get in front of owners and developers, try to build relationships with Dutch Bro, because I'd love to be working on Dutch Bros. They're great. It's a great operation. I think, it's kind of, it's interesting to me because, they're in my opinion, they're kind of a premium product to Starbucks,
Right.
Yeah, I rolled up to a Dutch Bros and I think I paid $20 for 2 drinks. I got like protein in my got like a cold brew with protein. It was like $10. Like, where's my sandwich? But like, I don't know. It was okay. I got
a little expensive is what you're saying.
I got 20 grams of protein with my coffee.
Well, that's good. Hey, you got something for your money, right, buddy? What do you think of like larger deal? Like, do you ever see any Whole Foods, like we were saying, or Sprouts, Walmart, Target? I know you got the Schnucks deal is kind of in that realm. I just saw somebody got a listing on a Safeway store, which I thought was kind of interesting. I know you want to go for bigger game, right? You want big game.
We love grocery. We love grocery. I mean, I've kind of pivoted from, working on a lot of the smaller net lease stuff to trying to, target larger net lease deals like, 10 million and up. Not to say that we're not working on smaller ones, but just from a general perspective, I mean, so I'm seeing a lot more larger deals. Like we're selling a Kohl's right now in Detroit. Okay. It's a higher cap deal. It's a really nice cash generator with some development upside. There's a parcel that could be developed, about an acre parcel on a very, very strong corner, 50,000 vehicle per day. It's not Detroit. It's like a submarket, Westland, Michigan. Okay. But Kohl's looks really good. They have a Sephora that every time I've been there is jam-packed. But, and then Kohl's has been reporting some pretty good news in the financial markets. So I think there's some optimism there. It's maybe an arbitrage for someone get in at a higher cap.
So now is Sephora like Ulta? Is that Sephora? Yeah. What do they sell? Like cosmetics?
Oh, makeup.
Jesse, are you going to be at any events coming up where, developers list, people that want to list, want to meet up in person and build a relationship to list with you?
I might be at the ICSC in New York this year. I'm just in the process of kind of a move. I'll definitely be at the Vegas show.
So Jesse, how should somebody contact you to start to present offers on this Walgreens deal? You definitely want to get, and there's a lot of action, right? Aren't you getting we're getting multiple offers. So you better put in your offer very quickly because this deal is priced pretty aggressive. I think it's going to go very quickly. How do they put in an offer with you?
Well, you'll put up a link to my website here. Yes. And then my cell phone is 574-607-2341, or my office line direct is 212-430-5291. Just give me a call, jump on the website, pull the OM. We're ready to go.
All right. Good job, Jesse. This is an amazing Walgreens. Let's try to can we close it by the year end, you think, if somebody put in a good offer?
Yeah.
Let's 100%. Try.
We got to move quick, though. We got to move quick.
We'd have to move quick. All right. Well, thanks again, Jesse, for being on Net Lease TV.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Woo.